Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, Lauretha?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you this morning, Tabitha?
I am doing wonderful. Thank you so much for being here on such a lovely sunny day.
I thank you for this opportunity.
I'm so excited that you're here. But before we hop into our interview, I would love for you to start by telling our viewers a little bit about yourself, who you are, and what you do.
Well, my name is Lauretha Ward, and I am a former speech language pathologist of about 28 years. I segued from doing that to now becoming an author and an entrepreneur. I am the CEO of Mind Shape Up LLC. And what that houses in part is it's a publishing house, as well as now I'm also looking to come alongside individuals to help to empower them, especially women and children, so that they can experience transformation inside out. And so I call myself an empowerment strategist in order to do that. And I do it with a lot of various tips, books, resources, tools, and strategies to keep people moving forward in life.
That is wonderful. You know, there's so many areas in our lives that we can get stuck. You know, we're only human and life is not easy. And there's so many areas in life that we can get stuck. And so what you do is really a blessing to others, even as I'm sure, you know, others express their need for you. You are qualified in so many areas to help people along.
I really enjoy being able to come alongside to make an impact because life is very difficult. We do have a lot of different issues, struggles, and challenges, and people cannot do life in and of by themselves. Yes, God is our helper, and He's our present help, but we also need the tangible help of people. And so when we have experienced life's challenges and we have gone through and had breakthrough, then it's up to us to come alongside those who are going through hard times and at times the very same thing or issues that we have gone through, that we will be a help to individuals to process what they're going through, to be able to hand tools and resources to help to lighten their load, to help to give encouragement, to help to give direction so that they can navigate their way through.
Yes. Oh, that's so wonderful. That is so wonderful. In along your journey of helping people, helping to empower them, helping coming alongside them, you know, to help them with mind shape up and pulling their lives together, getting their entire lives together. Why did you think you needed the resolution roadmap group program?
Well, you know what? I was having an issue with a particular task conflict, and looking at what the resolution roadmap had to offer, it said that it would help to bring about clarity, to give confidence, to give added strategies for solutions. And so I thought that, you know what, this could be a place to come where I could benefit from getting some additional help and some additional things to add to my tool belt.
Wonderful. That is wonderful. When you were considering it, how did you know that you were a good fit for coaching?
I think because, you know what, even in the Facebook group that we had for Resolution Roadmap, we as being a roommate in there, I had the opportunity just to see how you engaged with us in the group, and that you had genuine care and concern for helping people to process through with their conflict. You provided a lot of information, you provided tools, you provided encouragement. And so I said, why not? I thought that you would be the perfect fit based on what I was experiencing just even in there.
Yeah. So why was coaching for me exactly what you needed?
Well, you know what? I thought because being able to just to learn how to process and benefit from keys that I could use appropriately in resolving conflict. Because yes, I learned that there are different styles of conflict and how we manage them. And so At times, I may not be using the right key. There could be additional keys or things that I could use that would be a benefit instead of using the same old strategy. But what else is there to offer that would help me to process through conflict better? And so that's why I thought I could benefit from this.
That's
And it was exactly what I needed.
I'm so glad. So you made a very wise decision.
Yes, I did.
What was your biggest moment of clarity, Lauretha, when you were exposed to the 5 conflict styles?
Oh my gosh. I thought in looking at that assessment, I thought, my gosh, it's right on point. When I looked at where I came out for storm and calm in my assessment, I'm like, oh my gosh, they know me. I thought it just the key things for how I operate, my mode of operation for dealing with conflict was on point.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad to hear that. Lauretha, as you went through the coaching program, how did our coaching help you implement what you learned from the conflict styles assessment?
Well, I was able to take a couple of key things and actually implement it with the task conflict that I was having difficulty with. So I was able to take on point, it was called the 360-degree view. And for me, it meant that I was able to distance myself emotionally from the conflict I was having. So like to go on top of the balcony and with a bird's eye view, look down on the situation, look down on the individuals that were involved and try to really understand more deeply what was going on all fronts, myself as well as those that were involved. And by doing that, I was able to then piece together some things in which I could then map out a resolve. And that was by me, again, being up at the top, looking down and understanding each person in the conflict.
Yeah, so that distance helped you to be able to process it. Does it mean that you probably distance yourself emotionally too from the conflict when you looked at it?
Yes, exactly. Exactly. I had to take the emotions out of it. Exactly. And so in doing that, it not only benefited me for that, but I was able to then see how I could take that and add it to what I would do moving forward when other conflicts would present itself. And I've had to use it since that time. So yes, it was most beneficial to learn how to actually take that. And it was like a light bulb went on for me. I'm like, oh my goodness. Okay, so this is the strategy that I really need to take and utilize and implement when I'm in task conflicts.
Wonderful, wonderful. So Lauretha, how did coaching transform how you feel about your work?
I think for the main thing as a result, I was able to move forward because prior to that, with that task conflict issue, I was stuck in movement on the project. So as a result of approaching it and having some resolve, I was able to then move forward. So that benefited me greatly. So I'm out of that stuck mode and actually I'm moving forward on the project.
Yeah, and I remember on one of our coaching calls, I remember you explaining what happened with the team, because the team that you were leading, if I remember correctly, they are in different parts of the world.
That's correct. That's correct. And so as such, the conflict comes in with being able to figure out a time in which we could both meet to get the project moving. And so we were able to come up with the solution of being able to map it out where I would see the individual using WhatsApp so that I could get that ding and they can get my ding and we can keep things moving and rolling.
Yes. Wonderful, wonderful. So are you doing anything exciting with the skills you learned through coaching?
Well, yeah, I'm moving now on not only one project, but 2 book projects right now that I'm pretty excited about.
Tell us more.
Yeah, so right now, the first book that I'm working on is Wipe the Slate Clean, and it's going to be an anti-bullying book. So I would be able to offer not only the book, but I have lesson plans attached. I'll have activity coloring book attached. I'll have literacy guide for parents, as well as counselors and educators that will be attached. I also have a bullying prevention resource to be able to share with parents, teachers, counselors. So I really wanted it to be a package that would be that the children would get and continue on beyond the book, so that it would be of help to children at an early age. So the book is geared toward 4 to 8 year olds.
Mhm. Lauretha, that is very, very dear to my heart because bullying is something that causes conflict.
Exactly. And I wrote the book as a result of my own personal experience of having been bullied in the fourth grade. And likewise, my youngest son was also bullied in the fourth grade as well, too. And so um, I had that, I really didn't have the flashback of the experience for myself, being at around the same time. I was just thinking, you know, what all I had to go through as far as being an advocate for him
Yeah.
when he was in school. And so to be able to now take it and map it out for others, I pray that it will be something that parents and youngsters will be able to engage with and have dialogue so that there can be some type of resolve in behavior early on.
Yes, yes, because if parents can work with their children, children who are being bullied, and also children who have a tendency to bully through your book, they can grow up into adults who function better and maybe don't bully on the world stage like some of the things we're seeing in today's arena.
That's exactly correct. And I did a flip, I kind of flipped the script with this one in that most times we see things from the victim's perspective. But in this book, there's a little twist because I'm really having it geared toward the bully's perspective.
Yes,
So we're going to see what happens when a person who takes on that role of bullying can actually be an overcomer.
yes,
So that's how I wanted to present the book this time around. And also the second project is a recipe book.
yes.
I thought to take 100 recipes that I've done over the years that I share with family and friends, and that I did on a healthier journey to share and put it out there. And I've gotten really good feedback. I put out the title, so by the time individuals will see this, I did go with Cooking with Retha,
Yeah.
100 easy, uh, tasty, and healthy recipes for home cooking. So I look to have that come out sometime in next year.
I can't wait. I am a foodie and I also am a conflict management strategist. So this book is these two books are really going to be books that I would both purchase and read and enjoy and use. And if you don't mind, I would love to have you back to talk about your book again from the perspective of bullying and how helping children to stop bullying can help to resolve conflict.
I sure would like to come back and discuss that in detail with your audience.
I would love that. Lauretha, how can listeners connect with you?
And so you can connect with me on Linktree, and I'll give you the spelling is linktr.ee/Lauretha Ward, and that's LaurethaWard. When you go there and click on Linktree, you'll find my website is there, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and you can also email me.
Wonderful, wonderful. Is there anything else that you want listeners to know?
Yes, sure. I also I enjoy doing lifestyle blogs in which I share my self-publishing journey, also writing tips, recipes, and things of inspiration. So if you're interested, you can also go to Linktree and click on my blogs, and I will share information that may be of interest to you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Lauretha Ward, and Lauretha has been a participant of the Resolution Roadmap Group program. Today, she shared with us her experience in the program and how it helped her with her business, how it helped her to move forward and empowered her to lead her team in her business. Lauretha also shared ways that you can connect with her, and she is going to be around. If you want to hear more from her and to hear more about conflict resolution, join us in your resolution room as we learn and grow together. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you in your resolution room.